makan. It's so awesome to see all the leaders here tonight. You are appreciated, and also you're welcome to this slide. Okay, today this is my sharing. Okay, okay, how to delegate teamwork efficiently during MCO. So in this sharing, I'm going to unlock the 5 powerful tools of how you can use, and all this is based on the very successful leaders that has been utilized, like the prime ministers and many of the motivator leaders, and also crisis leadership. All there is 3 case study. Okay, I'm going to share today. Okay, may I know, just for the warm-up part, how many here is a leader? You can type leader. If you are leader, type leader. Soon to be leader also can type soon. Just for warm-up, after makan. So kita tak, tidur, so I just like to check how many here, just to make sure everybody is not sleeping, because give me some response so I know that I'm talking to somebody, or somebody not ready. Oh, leader, I saw one already. What about the rest? Just agent. If you are agent, you type agent. How many are agent? How many are leader? Agent, soon to be leader. Wow, good. Okay, I saw Ali is leader, Musa is agent, Farid is leader. Darwin is leader already lah. Darwin. No, soon to be leader is Lisa. Lisa, right? I write ORESB HQ. Okay. At least I know which group I'm tailored to and talk to tonight. Okay, just to know. Okay. So in fact, now is the most challenging time. So if you can respond to me, yes, no, do you agree now is one of the most challenging time, to lead? Mau jadi leader, ada lagi. So leading in this time is a challenging time. The true test of leadership is how well you function in a crisis. Okay, so during this top challenging, do you agree? Top challenging things in the property market during this pandemic. So I'm going to bring it out. What are the things that is very challenging right now? Of course, the first one is the COVID news lah. Betul tak? Everybody is trying to viral some kind of negative news, positive and negative news as well. Now also stay away from the positive one, right? All the news, berbagai jenis lah. Now more and more, they say the variant, all this news. Okay, another thing is during this pandemic, we also have a problem we are facing in the property market. It's the suspension of the Malaysian second home. So that is the reason you have to pay attention because everything I'm going to share tonight is very, very relevant to your strategies. Okay, even this slide also very, very important. Okay, so you must pay attention. So why am Sophia sharing what are the challenges? Okay, later you will know if it's going to review one by one. So the suspension of the MM2H and the vulnerability of the international market. For example, I think Delvin will understand this part. The international market has been stopped a bit because people want to come in cannot already due to some restrictions and the policies. Is it? So the government policies in the unprecedented time, for example, the latest EMCO will have an impact on the market as the disruption in the activities and will lead to a slowdown while tenants, investors will also be more cautious. The viral of the circulated negative news, such as the white flag, depression, suicidals, natural disaster overseas has crushed the confidence buyers and agents. All non-practices are disabled, physical contact, viewing, showroom and tours, and also political and social economy uncertainties. Why I share this type of challenges. This is one of the technique. Later I will share with you why I'm sharing this, because as a leader, we have to be really our satellite. We call that our satellite is we have to be really aware what is going on in the market. So because all your agents, your follower, you are a leader, they also will be affected. Okay, when the wave or the storm of unprecedented time is coming, so it will also hit the rest of the people. Just example, if you swim in the tsunami, definitely you will sweep by the tsunami one if you stay in the area has tsunami. So this is what is about the crisis. And also there's also another factor. If you see here, the Dr. Ng Keng Soon, last year December, he said, property development in Malaysia amid the COVID pandemic is a matter of capital growth or housing affordability. So these are some of the challenges that we are facing in the property market. The last 2 years. Okay. This I'd like to introduce you to this person, Nancy Cohen. Okay, he's from the Business Harvard School. He is the best person to speak about crisis leadership, because he is also a historian, because she learned from the history, how the greatest leaders, he spotlight how 5 greatest leaders, right, in the history, right, has managed the crisis, and they have accomplished extraordinary missions. She's currently working as a major civil rights leader, even during the late 50s and 60s. And we can learn from their bravery, their commitment, the methods and purpose. Nancy Cohen also writer and authors of a lot of the cases, the business school, Harvard Business School cases on Starbucks coffee, Ernest Shackleton, of Oprah Winfrey, and many more others, Dell Computer, Estee Lauder. So what I'm going to share, I will pick up some of the very prominent good case study today, okay, wrote by her. Okay, so one of the crises, why is it the leader must learn, to go through a crisis, you see? So crisis management, if we are not able to do well during a crisis, this is what happened to America, you see. For America, the last year, they have declared a COVID D-Day. I don't know any one of you remember. They have the case rise up to 200,000 deaths. So, and more than 200,000 deaths, the virus has killed more Americans than the World War I. Okay, this is the result if the leaders is not able to handle during a crisis. So this is why it's so important that we have to learn. The agent also can be soon to be leader, and then the soon to be leader will be leader, and the leader will also make more leaders. So you are very important, each one of you. Okay, so we have to really learn about this topic. Okay, whether you are agent, you are soon to be, we call emerging leaders, or you are leaders and you are going to photocopy a lot of leaders. Okay, so you see, when a leader fail in a country, this is what happened. Okay, our performance in fighting the disease in relation to that was developed on the country is miserable. Okay, what happened? This is what happened. Since February 1st, right, US has more than 6 million cases, the largest number of the country in the world, and more than 200,000 deaths. The virus has killed more Americans than those who perished in World War I, and more deaths than any war in Afghanistan and Iraq, and even Vietnam War, the Korean War, and American Revolution combined. Our performance in fighting disease relation that to the developed country is miserable. The US, world richest country, with just over 4% of the world population, has a 23% of world's COVID cases and 21% of world COVID death. In other parts of the industrial world, the epidemic has been largely contained new cases, and that has been held in low level, and economy activity has expanded. Okay, so this one we have to learn. Okay, because this COVID has attacked American, the leadership there, the prime minister and the cabinets, they has been unprepared. Later, I'm going to share with you another cases where this country is totally prepared. So you can see a contrast of a good crisis management leadership. Okay, so the next slide. Okay, today I'm going to share with you 5 tools. You're going to take home 5 tools, and I'm going to summary for you all the great leadership school has taught. Okay, and all the great leaders has been using. So I will summary for you into five important tools. So that is so easy for you. Okay, the first one is when you have a crisis, you have a crisis, right? You have to have a game plan to change. Okay, so your game plan have to change. So means, right, you now have to be a very flexible leader. First, the leader, when you formulate a new plan, okay, because during the crisis, everything is not normal. Okay, we are not going to operate in a normal way anymore. So, and then there will be new norms emerging. So the leader who navigate through this leadership during this EMCO, we have to have a new game plan. So when we do this plan, the leader have to first sit down and ask these questions. Okay, the plan. How can you help your team to navigate through this unprecedented time of turbulence from one point to another point? Then the execution. You have to ask also this diversity and inclusion to create a digital mindset. Does it include the diversity or inclusion to create a digital mindset? And co-create leaders to be creative, because this is a time that you have to handle something just comes suddenly. So this is a time of testing your creativity. Okay, when you have creativity, you can add value into people's life. Okay, so you have to tell yourself, be creative. I'm creative now. Okay, keep finding solutions. Okay, during this time, rapid fire learning. Like today at 9 o'clock, all of you still come for this talk. It's like you really want to learn. Okay, it's good. Okay, learning from point to point. Okay, comfort with ambiguity. Ambiguity means change, a lot of unsettled things. You must be really have to embrace these changes, you know, that is going to happen. And also there's a lot of experimentations. Okay, and you have to formulate clear communication with a regular routine. Okay, this is really helpful. Later, you're going to see in the case study how powerful it is. Okay, the results. Okay, the result, that's the execution is going to bring the team thrive through to the new norms, at least for the next 2 years. Okay, so when you formulate a game plan change, these are some of the simple questions you have to have in mind before you do the execution. Okay, clear for the first two? Okay, now, and this, there is various leadership style, but this is the one that is most suitable during the EMCO, or we call this a pandemic or crisis. So what is a situation leadership? Okay, it's a common sense contingency-based leadership model that consists of 4 common leader styles. Okay, so you in this vertical line, you will see it's about relationship. Okay, and this relationship is act as like a supportive role behavior. Okay, like a supportive role. So, and then on the horizontal, you will see it's about tasks. It's about task directive behavior. That means I order you to do something. Okay, telling. a lot of telling. So you will see on there is 4 column here, 4 boxes. Okay, the style can move from the S1 is on the right side. S2, can you see the S1, S2, S3, S4? Okay, so when you read the style, let's say for example, the S1 is highly on the telling. Okay, so when you employ this style, something will happen. Okay, and then you will see more on the pink box there, pink box S4. S4 is a lot of delegating. Okay, and then the S3, the column is participating, and S2 is selling. Okay, if you don't understand here at this point, don't worry. Okay, it gets better. Okay, I'm coming to the next slide. Okay, let me explain again. The style number 1 is telling, directing, and guiding. This simple, right? You understand what is the situation, the style number 1, S1, I call it. The leadership use a moderate high amount of task behavior and moderate low amount of relationship behavior. It means this one is highly task but low EQ. Yeah, EQ, yes. It's a short-term approach intended to create movement. So this one is like emergency, I think. Okay, short term. Okay, you cannot do it long term. It aligns with follower who has limited, if any, experience or skill performing the task question for whatever reason and either insecure or unmotivated to try. Style S1 requires close supervision by the leader for express purpose of identifying any signs of incremental process to be recognized by the leader in an effort to accelerate ongoing development. The flow of communication is from the leader to the follower. Questions posed by the leader are typically focused on clarity. For example, do you have any questions on the instruction we have just reviewed? So this one sometimes can be a very emergency thing. Okay, so the leader had to come out with a clear instruction, just telling you what to do, no time for any other thing. Okay, so this is style number 1. Simple, right? This one. Okay, style number 2 is selling, coaching, and explaining. Okay, style number 2 describe the leadership approach to be high on both task and relationship behavior. The leader still maintain decision rights regarding what the follower needs to be doing, how they should be doing, and when it needs to be completed. But that structure is provided in a combination with ample opportunity for discussion of why the task is important and where it fits into overall scheme of operation. The leader also actively recognizes the enthusiasm, interest, and commitment of the follower for learning, gaining task-related experience. How many of you can tell me this one is what type we can see in our daily life? Style 2. Where can we see? What type of government is this? S2. Anyone got answer or not? Let me check the chat. Tak ada orang tidur. Ada orang sini. Anyone realize that this one is like the democratic? It's something like the democratic, right? Intended to create a buy-in and understanding. Okay. It aligns with a follower who has limited, if any, experience performing the craft task, but exclude both confident motivation toward the process of leader-driven skill development. Like style 1, effectively use this approach depend upon direct observation by the leader, which few focus performance feedback discussions and increase dialogue. So this one is like selling, coaching, and explaining. So the style number 3 is participating, facilitating, and collaborating. Style 3 is the participating leadership style. It's fundamentally different from style 1 and 2, and it's follower-driven as opposed as leader-driven. So as such, it depicts an approach on high on relationship behavior, but low on task behavior. So this one is very high in EQ. Okay, so it's like a brother, then you got follower, in the context that from the leadership perspective, the follower has ability to perform the task in questions, at the sustained and acceptable level, but lack either confidence or motivation or commitment to do. The objective of style 3 is to create alignment. If follower is developing, he or she might demonstrate task proficiency, but is still not some degree of trepidation about performing on their own. If the follower is regressing, not progressing, they are aware they can effectively perform, but lost commitment, motivation, or both. Okay, so this is a participating leadership. So the fourth one, okay, this one we have to pay more attention, the fourth one, because why later the case study is related to this. Okay, delegating style, leadership style is another follower-driven leadership approach that is characterized by low amount of both task and relationship behavior. The follower can perform the task at a sustained, acceptable level and is both confident, motivated to do so. The intent of style 4 to create and enhance the task mastery and autonomy. Autonomy is like authority, like power. Okay, you enhance the task mastery as well as autonomy. It aligns with the followers that have significant experience performing the task or above expectation, in combination with the level of intrinsic motivation that drives their ongoing commitment to excellence. The flow of communication with S4 is from the follower to the leader and is typically initiated by the question from the leader that features significant degrees of freedom. Question asked, from your perspective, what is working and what do we need to consider doing differently and moving forward? Okay, this is a very unique style because this is one of the style that solve many problems during this pandemic time. So we have to pay attention for this style number 4. Okay, so the tool number 2, okay, is asking the question either to delegate or to empower. Okay, some of you might be asking the question, what is the difference actually? Okay, the answer. Later we're gonna answer this. Okay, so what are the things that you need to find out before you want to delegate? So wait, what are the things you have to consider before you delegate your task and work efficiently? What the desired outputs or result? What will be a completed task look like? How will you judge whether it's completed well or not? Okay, what is important of the task? How important is this assigned task to the team? How important is this assigned task to the company? Okay, are you delegating authority appropriately? What are the key decisions that need to be made during the project? Will the person or team have the authority to make critical decisions? Okay, to whom should you delegate the work? Who has the skill to complete this work? Who has the motivation? Is there anyone who might be interested to work that you haven't considered before? What are the benefits to the person completing this task? So it requires the leader to be very sensitive to everybody's performance, everybody's capacity and capability. So sometimes we can be like, because you have too many agents, right, in our team, sometimes we cannot identify actually what are their skills. So how do you solve this? How do you solve who to delegate what type of work? Through communication, right? You will always have a lot of coffee session, asking a lot of questions, call them, you really be genuinely interested in their life, in their work as well. Okay, so what are the methods of sharing work? Will you have a meeting to generate ideas to define the task further with the person? Okay, well, what is the delegation process? Have a clear expectations be given. Okay, how will you assess the results and the tasks you have delegated? How will you give feedback along the way? How will you ensure the criteria is clear for what success look like? Okay, there are things, questions to ask. Always do something, right, with end in your mind. So great leaders, we do ask questions, especially about efficiency and effectiveness. 2E, always easy to remember. Okay, as a good leader, we always ask, is it necessary? Okay, does it promote efficiency? How we can work more efficient? So these are some of the easy, simple questions you always ask and never go wrong. Okay, how can a good leader empower agents effectively? Research shows that individuals are 12 times more likely to engage when they trust their leader. And trust is built when leader shows them genuinely care about their team members. Okay, the leaders who get most out of their people are the leaders who care most about their people. So the two keyword to unlock this one is genuine care. Very simple answer. How can good leader empower agents effectively? Genuinely care for them. Don't not only just care, but genuinely care for them. Okay. What is delegating and what is empower? Here are the answer. Just now we were asking, to empower or to delegate. What's the difference? Okay, in short, delegating is allocating the right work to the right people. Simple. If this person, okay, assign do project, this person do project A, this person do project B, this one in charge of Facebook marketing, just delegate. When an agent is delegated a complete task, normally the manager will state what he wants and she be completed, and also time set the deadlines, and will check upon employees' progress as well as provided feedback. On the other hand, if empowered to do so, the agent will be provided a wide range of information regarding the project assigned, and individual agents will be left to their own devices, making their own decision along the way and take ownership of the work. Therefore, power and authority only be granted through empowerment. So now can see the difference, right? When you delegate, there's no power. You only tell, and they will do. And when you empower, okay, you grant them some power and authority to do. So they have the freedom to move in their creativity. You will be very surprised how this technique will work. Empowerment acts as the confidence booster, and this is what delegation can lack and fail at times. Delegation and empowerment both are effective tools for effective leadership. However, used for different business situations. In other words, empowerment is allowing employees to act on behalf, and delegation, on the other hand, is giving enough lead for them to act on your behalf as manager. So, for example, when you are a leader, you have new joiners. I mean, you have new people coming in. Okay, because I see got some say soon to be leader and mau jadi leader, kan? So how do you use these both tools, delegating and empowered? So you delegate when they have lack of the knowledge of the task. We usually help them, give them a manual, how you do goal setting, give a manual how you go and first activated your digital marketing Facebook channel, and then when they start doing, we empower them. So we see what is the result they achieve in the Facebook, in the Instagram, in the TikTok. Then we started to say, doing very well, keep on. So you let them have next week, I want to see what you can do. I let you the freedom, okay, to come out with this plan, with a plan. First, you delegate, you lead them, then you empower them. So you can have both in one person, or you can have either one in different situations. So this is a tool. So when you understand, when you apply which tool, and you will have what type of defect, that is a very good tool. Okay, how can a good leader empower agents effectively? Continue while we discuss the benefit of empowering leadership. How can the success leader empower employees? Well, one way is to delegate the task effectively, but leaders should always show respect to employees and keep in line of communication open. When people feel listened to, valued, and understood, they are more likely to engage. This is a powerful word. We want your team, your agents, okay, your leaders to engage. Okay, the engagement of the task given by the company is highly appreciated, and we want to nurture this part, okay? And empower to do the good work, even if meaning making a few mistakes along the way. Success leaders are master delegators and also using key principles for effective communication. But leaders will only empower employees if they are able to delegate the right tasks to the right people. What does this mean? Well, the task must be, of course, empower, engage, and encourage the person to develop, but the task can be too much of a stretch where the person feels overwhelmed, fearful about it, that they may not able to complete it. For example, okay, when you empower a person like a newcomer for have no knowledge at all in the real estate agency, so we use a lot of jargon. For example, the word principal, they also don't understand who is principal, and then a lot of things. So they have a lot of things in mind, but they're very shy to ask. So then we straight away, we tell them, you commit to the ADM, EDM, RDM, all these short word, we understand because we're in the company for a very long time. You connect to COO, but they actually have no idea. So we have to be more sensitive, okay, more clear communication to empower them, because they cannot engage in something they have no idea what about it, but sometimes they were fearful to ask about it as well. So there are things happening, going on in every person's life, every day. Sometimes people are a bit blurred. Okay, so we have to be a bit sensitive. An effective manager can match a person's capabilities and motivation to appropriate a task. And the shared work must be balanced with the right amount of ownership, decision-making authority. So there's no room for the person to grow, make few mistakes without losing momentum. So the key is we want this leader to also take ownership of the team, take ownership of the project. Okay, so there are things. Okay, the third tool to unlock is all these very important questions. Okay, the third key to unlock during this pandemic. Okay, we have to ask these questions. Later you will know why we have to ask this question. But now let's see what is the important question. Have you found working during lockdown? How do you find working during lockdown? So we ask them, now is locking down is a new norms or not anymore normal? Okay, how do you find it? Okay, have you your selling and marketing styles changed in the lockdown? If so, how? What are some of the challenges that you are facing during the lockdown? Or maybe asking, how's your family doing? Okay, what are your plan for career and family that you have set priorities as you work at home during pandemic? And what has been the opportunity or the best thing to come out of lockdown? If you see the model of asking this question, right? First question, okay, is to take out the blue elephant. Okay, if when during the pandemic, we must know a lot of things going on in the agent life. Some agent maybe one day receive 10 negative news. Somebody hang down, somebody suicide or whatever. We don't know what they fit in the mind. Do you believe whatever you put in your mind? Okay, let's say your mind have two animals, white cat, black cat. So now these two cats is fighting. I want to ask, okay, which cat win? White cat or black cat? Got any answer or not? Give your mind a bit exercise now, because after makan, any answer? White cat and black cat, if they fight, who will win? Any answer? On the floor. Mana cat win? White cat or black cat? Oh, black cat ada seorang. So who said black cat? Who said black cat? Nobody wins. Oh, and anyone say white cat? White. Oh, we got one white, one black. So actually, is which cat you feed the most? You bagi makan banyak sikit, dia kuat sikit lah. Whichever cat you feed, right, is stronger, it will win. Betul tak? Correct or not? Okay, so now the same thing. If you feed yourself with a lot of negative news, your brain is going to pecah already, cannot tahan already, because the negative mind is going to blow up you're going to strengthen the negative mind. If you're going to put yourself in the positive news, the good news, later you will see a lot of good news. Then the cat. So this type of question, right? We want to bring out what is their cats, whether it's if it's bad, it's a black cat, it's a not a good cat, or a white cat. We have to bring the cat out, because this cat is going to stuck there and then it cannot move on. Okay, so as a leader, right, you must help your team member to get this thing out. Okay, so this is one of the key. Okay, why you have to ask all the question negative. Let them say all the negative. Even we do sales, this is also one of the technique. For example, your project, if you have anything this customer don't like, but for example, you know, the Chinese feng shui, I don't like north. If you keep saying the north, you have to address that problem. The problem addressed already, then we walk past. Okay, so 4 principles of change management. Success change management relies on 4 core principles. So when there is changes going on, you have to understand the change, plan the change, implement the change, and communicate the change. Simple, right? This one leading to change. And when the change, you have to take this action. Just now, at the end of the slide, you will see communication, right? It doesn't stop here. Okay, you besides your communication, not just the why of why the change, but also collaborate and also commit. Okay, so where there is changes, now we have all into the Zoom. For example, very simple, get everybody in the Zoom to have meetings, must communicate. So how well you communicate to the floor? 1 day advance, 2 days advance, or 1 week advance. So they have room, and how many repetition or no need. Okay, collaborate, okay, and also commit. So these are the key when you have things to change, the 3C. Okay, and one of the things is, one of the tools is to be resilient. Okay, what actually makes us resilient? Resilient is a very important factor. In fact, most of the big timer, the big corporation, the leadership during crisis, they need resilience. Okay, the ADP Research Institute research some facts reveal that the 2 main drivers of resilience are a reactive state of mind created by exposure to suffering, and the more tangible to threat, the more resilient we become. Don't be surprised with this one. Alamak, what happened? Have to suffer, then only you become more resilient? Of course. Anyone here got joined taekwondo or this kickboxing? How do you build your muscle? The kickboxing always kick the back, right? The what do you call that back? You know, you always kick and you want to build your muscle, you have to suffer a bit, take the weights, right? You go to gym. Anyone here who do gym, right? You will know. Okay, so resilience are formed when they have resistance. Okay, so just now the blue elephant things, that is why we during this time we have to help the agents. If you really have an agent that is not moving, you really have to communicate and really ask the questions. Okay, to get their time mindset out. Some people is very fast. Once the thing out of the chest, get out of the chest, something is bothering them, then they can move. Something gets stuck in their mindset, though cannot move, and replaced by the positive reality of a new norms. Okay, because some people is in comfort zone, suddenly big change, you know, in their life, I cannot go out or anything, they got stuck somewhere. Okay, so this mark, okay, where is it? Sorry, nanti technical pula. Okay, back to the slide. Lisa, I think I have some technical. Lisa, are you there? The screen just came off. Okay, so now to get back to the screen. I cannot see the screen now. You see the screen? Everybody saw the screen?
Yes, but it's just a line, white line.
You see the screen? Sorry, the slide has some.
Not
Ada nampak screen tak?
white line only.
white line on it.
Maybe you try to exit share screen first and then you go in.
Go in again. Okay, sorry.
Okay, and then try to.
Ada tak? I go out already. I think the slide.
Oh, tak ada. No.
Okay, wait.
Maybe I can try.
Can or not? Can you able to get back the slide?
This one.
Can ah?
Cannot see.
Huh? Sorry about the slide. It just came off. And okay, I got crisis here now. Another crisis. Okay, resilience. Big resilience.
Maybe you can share with me the slide on WhatsApp.
The slide on WhatsApp, huh?
Yep. It is in PDF or PowerPoint version.
Also, can you now I send to you. You want the PowerPoint or the
PDF, if possible, PDF. Yep.
PDF, huh?
Yep, true.
I hope it's the latest one, because okay, you got it. Okay, send inside. Is it there?
Wait, I think my line is quite slow, so need time. Wait.
Technical problem. So
Wait a while,
now it's a real life. We have to handle the crisis now. So okay, okay, while waiting, right, I can still continue to share about the resilience. Okay, later slide will come out. Okay, resilience is about the capacity of people to recover quickly from the problem, and indeed toughness in face of the challenge and setback. The real test of a leader is not how well they perform during the good times, but is rather how they demonstrate the emotional strength, audacity, and professionalism during the most trying time. So as a leader, do you bend or break? That's the questions you have to ask. And how do the agents get the time bomb on the mind? Okay. For example, the slide just now we stopped, but there is a blue elephant. So for example, if you have something in the mind got stuck, for example, I tell you, don't think of a blue elephant. So what are the actually immediate response in your mind? You will think of a blue elephant, right? Okay, so this is a concept of taking out the reframing work of the mind based on the NLP one part. Okay, we want the person don't want to think of the thing. We don't say about the blue elephant. Okay, the way I see it, if you want a rainbow, you have to put up with the rain. So the resilience will come when you overcome it. Okay, and the tool to practice some of the very practical tools that a leader can do well during the pandemic. Sorry. Okay, so sorry for the interruption. So during during the resilience, right? Resilient, you can, some of the practical tools you can do at home to practice the resilience is 4 ways. One of the 4 ways is you reframe how you think, okay? And then you have to get the good quality of your health. What do you call that? The good quality of your health. Hang on, I have to help Lisa. Sorry about the interruption. I send the slide to Lisa so she can recover quickly the slide. Okay, so some of the practical way to handle the resilience. Okay, you can practice the resilience is you have to take care of your quality, adequate sleep, and then you have to explore the power of positivity. Later, we're going to share a lot of positive news even during the pandemic. Okay, you can also practice gratitude. Okay, gratitude, and also you must have connection, healthy connection with your social life and your physical, your health. You must exercise. Okay, the mind, all this mindfulness, you know how to do it as a leader. Okay, and also to strengthen it. Then you can manage with personal or shift or find a sense of purpose. So what are those? Those are the things that you do the things that strengthen your mind with positive energy. Okay, you only expose your mind to the good news, to the good things. You feed the white cat or the black cat. You choose. Okay, you choose it. Okay, and you must learn the new way to think, because before you can master a new way to be. Okay, is Lisa get back to the slide already? Is Lisa getting the slide now? And anyone see the slide yet? Hi, Lisa, are you there? Okay, great. Okay, yeah, this one can. Okay, the practice resilience. So what are the fear? Fear has is actually false evidence appearing real. So at this time, the pandemic, a lot of fear going on with the people, because a lot of the news circulation. Okay, fear means 2 things: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. That's your choice. Never trust your fear, because they don't know your strength. Learn to build your empire at the bricks throwing at you. So a resilient leader, they know how to overcome fear. Okay. Okay, the next slide, please, Lisa. Okay. So these are the 8 values and belief system during the challenging time that the resilient leader can demonstrate. Okay. First, you must find opportunity in the challenging time. Later, I'm going to share with you one case, how this person really thrive. Okay, time to draw the strength from within. To survive ridicule, undermining, reduction, effectiveness by external unprecedented time, alienation, what other things unsay about you. This inner strength provide you an unshakable position, which is very important. Have strong faith that there is always a solution in facing any obstacle arise unpredictably. Have a strong coping mechanism, capacity to respond to demand put upon them. So you have to prepare, there will be a demand upon you. Know that you are not the only person that facing the adversity. So everybody is going through a reset, right? Not only us. Behind every adversity is an opportunity. You can do better by taking this opportunity and turn around and contribute to your team members' success. You are welcome the change, effectively manage the time and avoid taking setbacks personally. Don't take things personally. If all fails, turn into a new leaf. Like just now, the slide, you see that if somebody throw bricks on you, use it to build your castle or empire. Okay, discipline yourself and raise your standard to maintain a good mental and physical health. Okay, do a bit exercise, gerak sikit dekat rumah. You know, you have do dancing or whatever you do. Okay, next slide, please. Next, please, Lisa. Okay, so this what is going to happen when you have a positive leadership? Your workplace is going to thrive. You will have a breakthrough performance. This will in line, okay, because the leadership is the centrality, you know, to how they manage. Okay, later the cases will share with you the Korea leader, how he managed very well during the pandemic. Next slide, please. So yeah. Okay, so the tool number 5 is good news, and more good news. Okay, this time we have to really overcome the bad news with the good news. Okay, there is a lot of good news. Okay, to viral because we have to neutralize the toxic. Right, the pandemic disruptions create new opportunity for angel investor. Wow, is it a good time to invest during the market? Is good or bad? Now is the market good or bad? So some of the questions. So bantuan PKP, oh, the light on the tunnel. These are some of the bantuan. You can have a REIT. Okay, the government give a lot of subsidies. Okay, especially on the HOC. Okay, and exemption of stamp duty. Okay, only a very special time. Next. Okay. So, okay, these are some of the budget 2021. Okay, what the Malaysian will get. What the good news, right? So 1 billion, aid, for COVID aid. You see all these MOH, one-off aid, 400 ringgit, 600 ringgit, all giving out money, bantuan prihatin, all this, and then also some of the budget also to spur the investments. You will see, okay. And also approved investment in Malaysia rise by 13% to 185 billion in 2021. So some of these positive news, you have to stick yourself around with all these positive news because the customer will come to you. You are the someone who is professional in your industry, and you will give them insight. For example, one of my case closer is because I keep on giving the new information to my customer. So all the good one now, of course. Then after 1 week, I never see the face of the customer, but the customer buy for me. I don't even know how he looks like, but he buy for me a project. Okay, so these are the example. You feed good things return to you. Okay, no harm. Okay, so the next one. The next slide, please. Lisa. Okay, some of the crisis can turn into opportunity. For example, the market of the property price drop. Okay, these are some of the news you want to read. So you can also cut, paste, and forward to your customer. So the customer suddenly pay attention. I don't have any. I never thought like market bad now. I want to go and buy in the property. So that is the normal mindset. But we take, hey, opportunity, Now doesn't come always. The property price drop. Wow. And then you see the market activity. Still last year, first lockdown. Okay, you can see the property transaction volume and value is still so high. It's still so high. So means, right, if you don't sell, somebody is going to sell. There's other agent is going to grab the market already. So this is a huge market volume and a billion transaction. So we want the Oriental leaders all be alert and bring the team to go and grab as much as you can. Then this is the time. Okay. Next please. Okay. So and during this pandemic, the COVID pandemic also provide opportunity to real estate companies to innovate the business strategy. But is the past behind us? So you have to have come to the digital transformation era already. If you're not, you're going to be very slow. Okay, because I really see people are closing sales in the Zoom, in the webinars. It's not talking about one sale. Dozens and dozens and hundreds people are signing up. And this is it a good news for you? You won't have this opportunity if people are not sitting at home and open your Zoom. And Lisa just shared with me one of the cases where he saw like 7,000 people go into the Zoom. Unbelievable. Okay, so yesterday we have a coffee session. Again, the coffee session, we're going to teach you how to do coffee session. And the coffee session is going to bring your customer all come in. So next time, join us at the coffee session. It's not just drinking coffee. It's drinking coffee, make money, and you're sitting down there only. Okay, so make sure you join us on all the training. So there is a market for property management technology like never before. Technology will continue to make the real estate industry easier to navigate. Virtual tours, Zoom meeting, webinar provide great opportunity to easily connect to the clients, build rapport in mass scales. This is a new norm. Good news or not? In mass scale, last time you call one-to-one, right? Telemarketing one-to-one, right? One person only, you get limited time, right? Now you talking, you can talk to many people. How would that sound to you? One stone kill many birds, right? So now COVID is a streamline transforming in the industry again for the better. Despite the pandemic, as much as the next person can't wait to start shaking the hands of the tenant property managers again. But there's no question that technology is making it easier for everybody to do the job. Good news, right? People, after all, are buying homes sometimes without even meeting the real estate agent. Like my case I shared just now, okay? And also without seeing the house. Yeah, I have 2 cases without seeing the house. How good it is. So during the MCO 3, I closed 4 sales. So that is a good news. So the next slide, please. Okay, and also you also have to check what is the changes going on. Do you know that Maybank also have the house key home ownership plan? It's like fully subsidized up to 100%. Okay, so you have to check what are the package available. And this one, CIMB only give 1.75%. Alamak, so pathetic. So you have to tell your customer, well, buy the property, invest, you get the return higher than you put in the bank. So is that an opportunity? Opportunity can. So later you're going to list down all the opportunity and start telling your customer, and the customer will get the awareness. The awareness, if you join my last training, right? I share with you how to get the awareness, and then you convert into customer and then loyalty and refer back to you. Remember the funnel, digital marketing funnel. So if you forget already, get the slide from me again. Okay. So create awareness, all this. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, this one also take opportunity. These are the sample of the real estate agent. Okay, what is he doing? So he said how to increase your saving. He's doing the webinar. He creating awareness. Okay, attentions. Okay, and convert these leads. Okay, how can you increase your saving 100,000 in 12 months with property? Oh, these are the topic. Now, for the leaders, you have to empower your agents. Okay, how to create tagline? All these good taglines to attract people. The more people come into your Zoom, is the better. Okay, so the strategy to buy house without capital and settle your debt less than 1 year with the pro way to buy house for investment. How can you buy house and generate income with property investments? Okay, so this is the crisis, but you find opportunity. So leader, we have to be really aware of what is going on. People are moving into the Zoom. They are buying house in the Zoom. Okay, in 1-2 hour session. Okay, people are making business. Okay, no need to get out of the house. So we have to follow this era already. Okay, register now and you will get, you see, trusted by 40,000 participants. Wow, you see, people can get 40,000 participants. Never mind, we get 400, happy already, correct? Not so. You always have to start, whether you start with 40, 4,000 or 40,000. So we have to start. Okay, learn the formula to buy house without capital and how to increase your saving. Okay, in 12 months with property. So these are the very interesting opportunity that you can take for a real estate leader or agents. Okay, the next one. The next slide, please. Okay, so we want to share with you, these are the cases how Korea, the Prime Minister, employ the situation leadership, okay, and all that I shared just now, and turn the things around. So during this Korea government, right, actually they learn from the past history with SARS 2003, H1N1, and MERS. Okay, they have reformed the national public health care system to emergency response system in September 2005. So during the crisis, leadership have to have a contingency plan. It's the emergency response to the system. So anything happen in the future, if the market get something, another shocking news, maybe variants or something, okay, or maybe there's a tsunami or something. So what are you going to do? So the Korean Prime Minister he learned when history, he learned from history. Okay, what is going on? History is a good template, right, for us to learn. Okay, even if we do market for the customers, the trend, market trend, where the price go up, go down, I always share back what happened the past 10 years and 20 years, the property market to the customer. So history give you a good template, right, for what is going to happen. So this leader, he's really have a good plan. So he prepared during the time when the spike, you see the graph suddenly spike. Within 1 month, he flattened the curve continually. Okay, this slide must show to our Prime Minister already, how he did it in 1 month. Okay, so Korea has enhanced their infectious disease response. Okay, next slide, we're going to see there's a link here. You can see the YouTube for this how they do it. Okay, the next slide, I'm going to share with you the Korea one. Lisa, can you please turn the next slide, please, Lisa? Yeah, okay. There are some of the things he did, you know. He used crisis leadership. Okay, he understands the emerging issues of the changing situation, the proper decision making based on the expert group advice, national priority, mobilizing the available resources, problem solving in the field, democratic process of making urgent decision, full empowerment of the head KDC. Okay, this one is the person in charge to combat the virus. He give complete authority to combat the spread of COVID virus to the health, the head of this health department, you know. So what is the style he's using? Just now we share about the situational leadership. Anyone got pay attention or not just now when we start, right? There's 4 styles of the leadership. You can see this Prime Minister, what style is he using? Okay, can got answer from the floor? Can see the answer, any answer from the floor? Anybody got pay attention what type of style he's employing just now we were sharing? Nobody noticed what style this Prime Minister is using. He's using the S4 style. The S4 style is like giving the complete the authority and power, therefore increase the confidence and the trust. So that's why he's doing very well. He's doing very well because of course he also understands this leader is capable. This health ministry department. Okay, he employed the situational leadership S4. Okay, and then he also of course he got this test kit lah. Instead of taking a long time to get the result, he have this make these test kits available. Okay, and the good news, he didn't close up the border. Wow, how good is it? And travelers still can come in and go out because he has already employed apps. These apps enable to actually monitor the people whether they go on the quarantine area or not. Because when the location they got GPS, they come out, right, and there is this COVID cups is going to catch them. So he's really good in controlling the whole situation until even the borders they no need to close the border. That is so successful. Okay, this is one of the case we have to learn, and the video is very short. If you have time, you can watch it. Okay, next one. Okay, so there is a new norms during this leadership. Emergence of a situational leadership during this COVID-19 pandemic is called new normal leadership. Okay, the new normal leadership is ability to be adaptive while staying strong with one's commitment. It's about being an effective instructional decision maker, a leader who is a good planner, vigilant and initiator. Nevertheless, these concepts were strongly supported by several scholars in the field. Okay, so that will be all for tonight's presentation. So the last slide, this is my conclusion. Okay, the next slide, please. Lisa, yeah. Okay, so whatever happened during this turbulent time, some of the best leaders are born in the time of crisis. This is how I see to take the crisis as a good place. Is a greenhouse, is a place of incubator of some of the very great leaders. So so those who want to be a leader, emerging leader, and also already a leader, okay, if you can able to try through this pandemic, you are some of the very best leadership. Okay, that will be my presentation for tonight, and I wish everybody have a good evening. You can ask for the slide if you want. Ask Lisa to send it to you, a copy. Okay, any more questions you want to ask? Yeah, in exchange with a good testimony when you apply it. Okay, so everything we learn is about the application. Okay, so any question on the floor? No, so far I will let you go. Okay, Lisa, you can wrap.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Sophia, is now sharing with us about the leadership skills, and I bet everyone knows now what are the leadership crises that we may face as a leader, and what is the correct steps, what is the correct techniques to do as a leader. And I hope you guys can take note all over the points and informations provided tonight through Miss Sophia. And everyone who wants this slide, actually we will upload in the RAM system. And of course, you guys can just take a look at this slide there. Okay, so no problem actually. So guys, after this Monday, then Tuesday, and then for Wednesday, we'll have another training about the project. And I hope you guys can continue to attend our training as every training provided from HQ is really important and will guide you to the correct things to settle about the real estate industry. So I hope everyone can attend early, but today I think it is good as we have around 40 like that, the maximum just now. And I hope you guys also still have motivation and inspiration from your leaders to know more about the real estate industry. Although this is the we are still in the pandemic situation. I hope everyone will ease your mind and keep looking for new knowledge so that everyone can know more about the real estate industry. And as long as I am, yeah, me too. All right, so guys, have a good week, have a good day, and have a good rest. Okay, good night. Thanks for attending our training. Bye.